All right. So today we're gonna cover the mind or thoughts. So far we did mindfulness of body, mindfulness of feeling, and then we're gonna today talk about mindfulness of thoughts. Thoughts, they occur, and you might have seen a bumper sticker somewhere that says, "Don't believe everything you think." It's a very good one, actually, good advice. You could even write it on a sticker, put it somewhere for yourself to see. Don't believe all your thoughts, really. Um, Thoughts are, for us human beings, they're substantial. They mean something to us. We use them to figure things out, and just because they occur to us in our head, in our skull, we think that they must be true. Otherwise, why would they occur to us, right? So we believe them, and it impacts us tremendously. Whatever we think impacts us tremendously. That's why the recommendation is really be careful, be aware of your words, your inner dialogue, your thoughts, your perceptions, perspective, and we just heard from our doctor who said that I've been really uh, kind of so involved in thoughts that are problematic, looking at problems and negativity. But when you just change that and you kind of look at the bigger picture, you see that these thoughts are, even if they are accurate, which most of the time they're not, but if they are, they're just one part of the picture. They're not the whole thing. And so there is another saying that I don't know who it originates from. It could be the Buddha, it could be not. But the saying goes like this: watch out for your thoughts, for your thoughts will lead to emotions, how you feel. Your thoughts will generate how you feel. Watch out for your feelings, for they will inform your actions. Watch out for your actions, for they will become habits. Watch out for your habits because they determine your destiny. So it all originates from thoughts, right? Our thoughts, our thinking. And so that's why we sit in meditation, so we could see them. We could see their movement, we could see their content, we could see the tone, we could become familiar. So don't be in such a rush to get rid of them and to feel like, oh, they should not be there just because I decided to sit and meditate. No, look at them. Like, oh my goodness, how many times did I think about this thing or this way of looking at something? And you learn from it. So if you even like outside of meditation, watch your thoughts during the day, you could catch yourself maybe judging yourself or judging somebody else, and you could count. Put a sheet on your refrigerator and put a line, and you know how you put one, two, three, four lines, and you cross it is five, and then one, two, three, four, cross it is five, for fun, just for the fun of it. And count how many times today did I think negatively or judgmentally, or and so what we do, we want to use thoughts, thinking effectively, wisely, right? Wisely. And so that being wise and effective is a skill we have to learn. But then it all begins from awareness of them. We have to see them. And then you could use, to begin with, you could utilize them for self-talk, right? Like some of you had the example. I'm going through something difficult. And then you could use the self-talk and say, oh, look at how much support there is. Don't worry, you're not alone. Don't worry, this is going to pass. right? You use your thinking mechanism to be effective. Or we did, if you remember, we did the mindfulness of eating, right? The thought of going through how did this food get to me? We use our thinking mental activity for that, right? Oh, you visualize, you think about, wow, this plant or this vegetable or this chicken or this egg or whatever, this bread, right? You can use your mind to reflect on the reality of things, how it got to you, and change the 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 way you feel to the feelings of appreciation, gratitude, generosity, wanting to give, wanting to share. Otherwise we get lost in them, right? And especially if it's an uncomfortable, unhappy situation. It's like this past weekend, I had an experience that was very, very traumatic, extremely traumatic, and I and it's because it's about all these fish that I have in my pond. I have a pond in the backyard, and koi fish and goldfish and pregnant fish and baby fish, and oh my god, so many of them, right? Which I would go and feed every morning, and I would look at them and I would see, oh, this one has lipstick, that one belongs to that one, that's the mother of this one, you know so after 100 times of doing something correctly, which the pond loses water because of whatever reasons, but if evaporation or other reasons, and then we have to add water to it. So this time I added water with the hose, and I left the hose on, and I forgot to turn it off until the next day that my neighbor down below said, "Oh my God, manager, there is water leaking into my garage," which I found out. And I was just running around 6:30 a.m. running around. Where is the water coming from? And I remembered, oh my God. When I went down to see the pond, oh my God, everything was dead. All my fish were dead. They were dead not because of overflowing, but the chemistry of water had changed. It was really, and not only they were dead, I had a 7:30 meditation class to give. Not only that, the neighbor was still getting water, so I had to handle that. So I just got myself together, dropped the agony, and I'm kind of like freaking out about seeing all these dead bodies on the thing, and I have to stop the water from going to the neighbor. So I took a bucket, and I'm bucketing like 20, 30 buckets of water to get it out, and I see all the fish while I'm doing that. How it literally broke my heart into thousand pieces, I swear. I mean, I'm so careful. If a spider is walking, I go carefully, get it, take it. I look at it, and I'm so sorry, sweetheart, I have to take you outside. I take it outside, and I think to myself, am I changing the is it cold outside? Is it gonna be okay? Okay, I'm sorry, you have to go outside. And now all of a sudden, killed 60, 70 fish by one lapse of attention, right? So, I literally was in shock for about half an hour or so. And then I did the meditation. I told everybody, I can't, I'm just going to sit quietly. And then uh, after that, I went to the mountains, I went to snow, and I looked at river, and I spent time with nature, and it felt so much better. I became much more connected, and then I came home and I felt sad, you know I felt sad, and then I realized, okay, this right? I can go on thinking about why did this happen, what did I do, when did I walk away, how did this happen, and then looking for other people to blame. The gardener didn't do this and the other person didn't do that, and it's just because the agony inside wants relief, and if we don't catch it, it can go proliferating and causing issues, right? And so I realized I stayed and I felt the pain. And I just remembered that when I was a kid growing up in Iran, people would offer food for various reasons. They would cook a lot of food, and they would, either for the just the act of goodness of it, they would put the word out into the neighborhood and people would come and take food, or they would pledge to God or something. God, if my child, passes the test or whatever, I will feed so and so. You know, for a couple of different reasons. But I remembered how beautiful that was. And I thought, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cook food and I'm going to feed 60 homelesses in honor of the fish. And whatever goodness that is being generated, I will dedicate that to the fish. So that it's not just what they just were here for my pleasure and then accident happened and they died and that's it, and I have to keep living with the guilt of it. And, because the mind can be so harnessing the mind. This is a skill that we have to learn. How do I utilize my heart, compassion, utilize generosity, utilize uh, boundaries around the mind? Otherwise, depending on what we are sensitive to, what is meaningful for us, our mind will take and run with it, right? So it was beautiful gesture. 3 nights. It was a hard work, a lot of work to cook and pack and think about, okay, if this, maybe I should put a little chips in there. Oh, okay, I'm gonna put a little fruit in there. Oh, I'm gonna put the, just it was a wonderful. It's been a wonderful experience, but a lot of work. But that has been helping me to stay in the present moment, to stay in the allowing for nature for this to happen, being responsible, being caring, remaining, generous. So that's just really one example, life example of how you can deal with your mind in intense situations. It's like an example you can. And then so when we sit in meditation, we can do different things with thoughts. When thoughts come and you can't be rid of them, you could label them. Oh, thinking. You label them, that's just thinking. So you're kind of neutralizing them, taking away their power, and you're just labeling them thoughts, thinking, which I'm gonna give you a meditation. We'll experience that, but or you could right, like I said, count them. Wow, so many thoughts. Okay, you just let them go. Or you could think of them like a train of thought, right? If it was actually in your physical, realm, you're sitting somewhere and maybe it's a train stop or a bus stop and a bus comes or a train comes and you're not thinking about, is this the train I want to take? You hop on it. You go 10 miles down the road and you're, oh my God, this is the wrong train. I got to get off. And you get on another train, go 10 miles down. Oh my God, that's the wrong train. I got to get off. You keep, do you see how this is what our mind does? So by them occurring to you and you watching them, anchored with to your breath, you feel your breath, you have your body to come back to, and you watch your thought, gives you a chance and a choice moment to say, oh, that's not the thought I want to follow. Exactly like Balwinder just said, so beautifully she said. and I realized that's not where I want to go. I'm not going to go there. Wrong train. I'm not getting on that train. Okay, you come back. But you have your body to anchor you, to reel you back. You have your breath to reel you back. If you're just trying to deal with the thoughts, with another thought, then it's gonna be yeah, but you could keep monologuing till the cows come home. Right? Thinking and talking to yourself as if somebody else is here. You could be talking to somebody else in your mind and they're not here. So, and then another analogy is that glitter ball, right? You've all have seen these glitter balls that have. I should have one around actually to show you. You know what I'm talking about? That has snow, water in it, and there's maybe snow in it. There is a house or a figure or say an angel or something sitting there, and when you shake the glitter ball, everything is filled. The ball is the glass ball is filled with snow, and you can't see what's behind it or what's in there. So what you want to do is to just set the glitter ball down. When you set it down, what happens? The glitter or the snow, whatever, settles down. That's your practice of meditation. You sit. And the longer you sit and you feel your body and you feel your breath, not engage with the mind, things will settle down. The moment you go and engage, you see you stir it up again, right? So, oh, I stirred it up. Okay, I'm going to come back and sit. And then you get caught up with the thought. You go stir things up in your mind. Oh, okay, all right. 100,000 times, that's fine. You come back and you sit down in your body. You experience your body. It's a long-term process. It's kind of again shifting relationship with our thoughts, the topic in our mind, the agenda, or the content. It's a shifting relationship and knowing that whatever you think is not necessarily the fact or the truth or that you should believe it. So I'm gonna stop right now and see if you have any questions about this.
May I ask one quick question, please?
Sure, go ahead.
The moment when we realize, oh, I am on the wrong train, the moment when I realize, is this moment is called mindfulness, or based upon the definition that you have provided us in the beginning, is called paying attention 100% to present moment experiences. So I'm just clarifying for myself.
Yeah,
Correct definition of mindfulness. Does it mean paying 100% attention to present moment experiences, or the moment when you catch yourself, oh, I'm on the wrong train? So, what's the difference between these two definitions?
yeah. I never said is paying attention 100% to the present moment. That paying attention to what is going on in this moment. So the moment, yes, the moment you catch yourself going on this train, that's the moment of awareness that you see what's happening. That is mindful awareness.
So, is it called mindful meditation or awareness, or same thing?
Same thing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Meditation is the act of doing this, and is a development act. We are developing something through meditation. Mindfulness of it is the quality, is the space in your mind is clean. So there is no other thing that you're clinging to. You're not confused, you're not drowsy, you're not attached to this and that, you're not restless. That moment that you realize, oh, This is painful. I'm going on that route. It's seeing the truth of things as they are. And then in that moment, you have access to choice. Now, it doesn't mean that you should know what is the best choice, but you at least have access to choice. So you learn how to access choice, and then some choices you don't know how, you continue and learn how. What are the choices?
So making a U-turn when you realize.
Making a U-turn when you realize, yes,
Thank you.
very good. Yeah. But what wisdom is important. We can't cover all of it in this class. Next class, I'm doing self compassion. Be sure to take it. All of you who are interested in being more compassionate to yourself, it's a whole 6 weeks. All we're going to do is self compassion. We're not going to talk about nobody else. That is amazing. I love it because of that. So, these skills will be more refined and refined as we go through them. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.